Good evening. This is Debbie Davis. It is February 25th, 2026. Okay, so like I said, I did get that court date moved. Well, I was glad to hear in the State of the Union address with Trump that he mentioned something about how corrupt the courts were. Okay, so I mean, it is no joke. I mean, I think the level of corruption and false charges and probably literally probably a quarter to half the people in our entire court system, I bet, have charges that weren't really legitimate or something got screwed up. I mean, that's really how bad they are. I mean, it's terrifying. Yeah, I mean, it's like literally for years I had no idea how to handle it because they wouldn't allow me to have a court date. I wasn't even sure if anything, like he said, like they never even actually sent paperwork. They tried to arrest me, and then it was like I couldn't get any kind of legitimate reason why they were even trying to arrest me. I mean, literally, it's like, how can you fight a charge if you don't even know what the charge is or how to fight it? Okay, so, clearly there's no due process here. So that, so that's that, so this isn't me trying to, defame anybody or anything like that. It's just what we have observed, and we have actual factual evidence that there is no due process here. So it seems to us that, pretty obvious that the state seems to be run by a secret society. It's because, I did that interview with my neighbor. I mean, we've literally tried, for years, we tried contacting federal judges, and we sent 8 sworn statements of different crimes that have happened here. Judge Portra and Judge Mark Anderson, and apparently they're both retired now. I don't, it's like then these people go away, and then we don't hear back. I mean, it's super, super high level things going on here that absolutely nobody ever knew about that was going on in South Dakota, and I certainly didn't, before I moved out here. And like I said, I never even planned on moving out here because I'm from Minneapolis, a big city. It's just that I happen to be very good friends with the guy who ended up who owned this house, because he was a naturopath doctor, and he had a clinic here right in town, a naturopath clinic, and then he used to have these healing retreats, and it was just so beautiful. It really is an absolutely beautiful area. And he used to have these healing retreats and teach about herbs, canning. Like, he was just a real prepper type guy, him and his wife, and that's how I ended up originally coming out here. But yeah, I had no idea. And he really didn't know either. He just told me it's like there's a bunch of bullies in town, that type of thing. But he didn't know it was as dangerous as what it was either, and then he lost his life here. So, yeah, clearly, but there's no due process at all. Like, I mean, they wouldn't allow me to see the discovery footage. This is the state's attorney. And by the way, this guy who's running, who would not allow me to see the discovery footage, who has been literally at first I was told he was the state's attorney, the person that I was supposed to go to get information about my court date or anything like that. And then he just quit talking to me. It's just like, okay. And then this is apparently the same guy. His name is Austin Hoffman. Apparently he's running for attorney general right now. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have a lot of bad things to say about him. Okay. This is a very major corruption here. And that's when I couldn't even find an attorney throughout the entire state to even give me information or want to represent me in any way, because apparently everybody knows how corrupt this county is. So, there's some counties in California like this too. There's some counties where literally the lawyers are even afraid, because that's how dirty the cops are, or that's how dirty the courts are. It's just some kind of a stronghold. So, this is no joke. So, but we have, like I said, we have literally had a federal lawsuit pending since 2018. We filed our federal lawsuit first. Okay, so that's called the Supremacy Clause. And we filed all these different charges. It mostly was because of the way that the sheriff handled the murder, the death in town. His name was Jimmy Kolb, and he was one of the guys that was real helpful to me when I first moved in, and he was just like a handyman in town, and the guy that you could call to help watch your dog or your cat or your pet, and just do that type of thing. Just just somebody that you can count on to help you, fix things, watch your, and he did it for a lot of people, and so, yeah, and I mean, and literally all he said to me was, hey, you might want to, just as a man to a woman in town, that doesn't know anything what's going on, he just said, hey, you might want to just not go out at night, or just be careful going out at night, or something like that. That's literally all he said. And he was murdered. He was murdered. And the sheriff is trying to, at first it said cause unknown. No, actually at first he was trying to say that it was something with the furnace downstairs, a fire. There was no fire downstairs. The fire was all up above. We have the pictures. We went there the next day. There was no fire down from a furnace downstairs. Okay, there was no fire downstairs. All the house was just burned upstairs. And so then he tried to say, oh, he left something on upstairs then, and it's just like, and then the entire property, because they couldn't find the will, mysteriously, conveniently, went into state probate. And so the state, which was